Get up! Come on, hurry! The warden is calling! Are you really going to save Nostria, as they say?
What's your angle?
You can discuss it with Warden Valber. Come out of that cell, I'll escort you.
And what if I refuse?
Let's go. You know the warden doesn't like to be kept waiting. The sooner you get to his office, the sooner you'll learn everything. I can tell you this much. It's good news for you.
Hey, Bastion. Bastion. I just wrote this letter. Take it to Sister Sophie. She's in Marcella, you know? And she's personally acquainted with Prim. All I stole was a single, cute little baby chick. Well, it was Illyrian. They're green. How was I supposed to know it was meant for the royal broth?
What is there to be frightened of?
Oh, you don't know, Counselor Montier.
I can't get any worse for you. What are you in for? Speak.
I didn't support him when he decided to take the gargoyles away from the mages. It consumes an ungodly amount of mana, you know. But the calculations I presented showed the expenses were small.
Politics is a dirty business. And you're maybe not as clean as you'd like us to think, huh? I believe that Counselor Montier stands for the common people. That's precisely why you speak ill of him. Years. I've spent 7 long years in here.
What are you talking about, old man? This prison was only built 7 years ago.
Exactly. I was sent here together with my king.
Hold on. Did you serve Vitellius?
Yes, friend, but not in the past tense. I still serve. I remain loyal to my king. Damien will soon arrive and explain everything.
Who's this Damien character?
Who is he? He's the Artisanian envoy to the Crown Lands. Everyone knows of him. All right. I can stand 1 more month here, if I have to.
Ah, I had heard you were an Artisanian spy, but I thought it was a tall tale.
I'm a merchant, and I have the invoices to prove it, as well as letters of passage, wagons, goods.
Really? Why are you here, then? Skip out on the grain tariff, did you?
Why do I waste my words on the likes of you?
Bludgeon controls all the roads around Marcella. And what use is this Cedric of yours, huh? Who's even heard of this fool?
Anyone who's ever set foot outside Rickville, your bludgeon won't poke his nose beyond the borders of Rickville in case it's chopped off. Cedric holds the lands, from Rickville to Windyport, down to the last blade of grass.
Every mosquito is a griffin in these backwoods. And Bludgeon commands the wild folk right up to Marcella's walls.
I served time under Vitellius and Claudius. Now I'm serving time under Adrian. But it looks like this will be the last time I serve. Magistrate Tweetus. Judge. And he was not the understanding type either. Tweet sure let me down. He did.
Jessim said? The dwarves refused to supply us with firewood. They ran out who knows where.
Where could they run? There's nothing but snow and hungry wolves for miles. The Batil gates guard the bottom of the mountain. No one will let them go farther than that. And the opening near Witch's Stone is being knocked down right now by Rossum's golems. It's better not to be on the wrong side of a golem's fist. We jailers are like doting nannies in comparison. A golem is a mountain of clay without a soul, without a heart. One punch and he'll shatter your bones to dust.
Golems are dangerous, no doubt. But you're new to this area, Bert. Otherwise, you'd know there's another road to Rigor. It's not in the best condition. It's lying abandoned now, and there's danger of landslides. But it's there nonetheless. I suspect that the dwarves used it to leave for Rigor.
Your belongings are in yonder chest. Take everything or you'll freeze to death. The prison's warmer than outside, slightly. Pestilence has struck Montpetrie. The quarantine is everywhere. Mages forced to wear masks like common bandits. The undead are climbing out of their graves all over the Crown Lands. I wonder if the necromancers have returned, like in the olden times. It's a good thing Crucis is in the middle of Mactus knows where. Or Mactus is nowhere.
Bastian, why are you releasing the prisoners? I just came up to...
Then you should know that he brought an order of release from the prince himself.
Well, well. No need to shout about it.
Just so much fuss and all for what? Who the hell do you think you are, making me...
Claudius's son actually turned out to have some mercy in his soul.
Why do you say that?
Think about it. Our King Cruz...
Where are the wolfskins? They used to bring us 100 at a time. Vanished as it were by Auric. You get everything running smooth. Everything in it. What do you need, human? A shovel, perhaps? Have you been sent to the stables too?
No. The Warden ordered a weapon be made available for purchase. And a good one, mind you.
Oh, sacred forefathers. Why would I ever do that?
As of today, I am no longer a prisoner. Good Prince Adrian has ordered my...
Aston didn't shortchange you on equipment. I warrant you, may your body be as...
Thanks for the kind word.
Bug off, human.
What do? You shall not go any further until you receive your papers. And
Damn layabouts.
For whom did I build this prison? Fate is a fickle mistress. Today you are a king, and tomorrow we just and women.
what are you doing here? You're not permitted to be wandering about like a stray cat.
I'm free now. The warden said you're to provide me with an armed escort.
So, Centurion, it's true. The warden received a missive from the prince ordering the provision of a guard troop for the prisoner. Former prisoner.
Huh? Never heard of a prisoner being released. Ah, well, I believe I have some laggards and troublemakers I can spare.
Can I go too? Oh, how I miss the sunny warmth of the capital.
No, Bastian, you're not rotten enough to let go. I can still make a decent guard out of you.
Perhaps you could give me a few fighting hounds as well.
The only thing you'll be getting for free is a family of bedbugs. I spent a year training those hounds. Now, if we're talking about an exchange of gold for flesh, that's another bowl of kibble entirely. You'll get the best dogs in Nostria.
Hounds of War. Sounds familiar. Are they any good?
These recruits might not be the brightest candles at the feast, but my fighting dogs are as fierce as the warden himself. You won't regret a single gold piece spent on these animals.
Ah, it's you.
You can go now. Actually, wait.
What is it?
I wanted to warn you about sentry golems. Be wary of them once you're past New Tyrene.
Golems? What are they doing outside the prison?
The mage Rossum took them to clear a landslide. What they lack in brain, they make up in brawn. Since they don't know you've been released, they're liable to crush you. As you pass the southern ruins, find the Archer's squad commander, Ansel. The Royal Messenger said the squad will join you and augment your escort. I'm hoping that by the time you get there, they'll catch the marauder who's been raiding abandoned houses. Wonder why old Berengarius didn't turn him into a chicken.
Is this Berengarius fellow another part of my escort? It's going to be quite the circus following me around.
That's up to his magicness. I have no authority over him. Perhaps he'll decide to leave these cold, inhospitable lands for the warmth of the Mage's Tower.
Come on, mount up. I picked out the very bestest horse for you. He's calm, if you just holler for him.
Can it possibly be getting colder? I wish I could make a fire. That's not an option. Only gold.
It's supposed to be summer, but every season may as well be winter here. Why did they break off its hands?
hope nothing got broken. I need to put it back in place. A hand should be raised. It'll be better that way.
Crucis? Hurry up and get over here. There's trouble. Help! Hey, you! Come over here. Come over here.
What's with all this wailing?
Are you from Crucis? Quickly, come with us. Run.
I'm not going to bolt like a scared rabbit without knowing why. What is it?
I'm a lumberjack. We're nothing but dwarven woodcutters, honest. We cut down trees and send the lumber onto Crucis. The humans have all left the valley. Only us and a few locals remain. Stein is our chief. So then this Lupin, a man from Rigon, arrives at our village. He was stirring up trouble, trying to recruit the remaining human hunters to join him in his wicked deeds. Then Lupin's men seized the village. They captured Stein and are trying to start a fight with the dwarves. Things could easily turn bloody. We took them in purely out of kindness, and this is how they repay us. Disgusting. Help us. Quick, run!
To take this road to Rigern would be suicide.
You want a piece of this?
You don't make the rules around here, Lupin.
What goes around the forest comes around the forest. Right through these trees.
Easy there, Littlebeard. Enough serving jailers. It's time we made some changes around here.
It's time to cut out your filthy tongue!
Why don't you take a nice little stroll in the forest and never come back?
Lupin has a point. You folk under the mountain would do best to listen. Valbert and the other Nostrians are making you slave your lives away for a pittance. We say, take power into your own hands and throw them out the valley.
You traitor. Mangy cur.
We live peacefully alongside the humans. They're our trading partners.
They bring us bread from the south. We have order here. That's the way we like.
There's plenty of firewood in the forest, but bread, not so much.
And to think we sheltered you thankless dogs. We ought to drive you back into the mountains.
You'd best beware, shorties. Expect no mercy from us.
In a birch grove one rejoices, in pines prayers sung in many voices, but among the spruces, only nooses?
Plenty of spruces around.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Stein. Back in my youth, I was a scribe at Marcella, but the city is too noisy for me, too fast. As you can see, I'm looking for peace and quiet now.
What's going on? Looks like the opposite of peace and quiet to me.
It's that troublemaker Lupin. He's a criminal on the lam from Rigern. He's fallen in with Raould, another lowlife and deserter from Crucis. He tried to seize control of the valley. And as you can see, the dwarves didn't take kindly to that idea. I tried to settle things peacefully, but nobody listened to me. I hate to say it, but the snow will be soaked with blood today.
And the troublemakers themselves claim they want to free the prisoners.
Of course they do, but think. If Lupin's fellows are able to attack the supply shipments to Crucis, the city will starve. Once the dwarves are gone, the firewood goes with them. And who do you think the warden Valbert is going to deprive of food and heat first? His guards or the prisoners? I'll let you figure that one out for yourself.
You want a piece of this?
These golems look sturdy. Maybe I should try to find their owner.
I can't solve it. I'm not a mage after all.
I've handled worse. Now it's time to find Ansel. What's this? Some kind of protective sigil? What's this all about? Someone trying to attract my attention? The Bastille gates are to the left, and to the right I can see the Mage's Tower behind the houses. The town gates have been smashed. Nobody has lived here in many a year. It's all abandoned. I should have known better than to settle here.
Ancient statues. Are they hiding some kind of secret?
Thank the Creator, I've been heard. You solved the riddle of the portal, so you're definitely no dark spirit. Who are you, then?
A former prisoner. A weird sigil on the road led me here. Was that your work?
So it is, though my abilities aren't what they once were. Thankfully, I still had strength enough to inscribe the Morning Star. That's what led you to me.
Morning Star?
Morgus Thaumaturgical Catalog, of course. And the Ether Seal is holding the entrance to the cemetery shut. My name is Berengarius. My colleagues and I once attempted to warm the Albion Highlands with rune magic. My knowledge of the runes is vast, but it did not save me from an ice-rimed death. Look at what's left of me.
My condolences.
Ever since then, I've been waiting for people to return here, to the Town of Bliss. But I am bedeviled by the Dark Spirit and his servants, the cemetery ghouls. Long ago, I inscribed protective runes on every building. But since then, their power has dwindled. Soon, the Dark Spirit will freely roam the streets of Bliss. I am too weak in this form. Please, visit the different rooms and read the mantras of power. Argo Vires Imago.
Magic. I won't be passing this way. Argo Vires Imago. Weird words. Argo Vires Imago. Argo vires imago. Is that right? Argo vires imago?
The protective runes weakened the Dark Spirit, allowing me to leave the tower. Yet I am still very weak. I believe I told you about his minions, the cemetery ghouls. They dig up graves and devour the cold bones of the dead. We must stop this desecration and destroy the spirit itself.
Are you asking me to do this?
Exactly. If the spirit banishes me, my research will never be completed, and Bliss will forever remain cursed. I promise that once you destroy the army of the Dark Spirit, every valuable remaining in our mage's abode will be yours. I am lifting the Ether Seal. You can now enter the cemetery. I would have faded to nothing by now if it weren't for my magic. This tower, the abode of the Mages of Bliss, is the source of all of my power. It is my eternal home. The tower was ransacked, but I managed to save a few things. Some gold, magic scrolls, and most importantly, knowledge of the runes. That knowledge must not fall into the hands of the Dark Spirit.
The road is completely blocked by the Prince's soldiers. No way to slip past.
Only Ulagi knows. They came crawling out of their hole.
Halt! Who goes there? Ah, it's you. Finally. While you were wandering around like a lost chicken, we captured a marauder. No idea how he got here, to be frank, but that's Valba's problem. Our task is to escort you to the Batil Gates and see you on your way.
Is that so? Splendid. You must be freezing.
The Batil Gates guard should have been here to meet us a few hours ago, but there's still no sign of them. We built a campfire, though, and heated up some stew, so I'm not complaining. Make yourself comfortable. Check out Helena's recruits. Once you're ready, give me the signal and we'll move out towards the Batil gates.